What is up, guys, and welcome to this video. So today we've got another career mode video for you guys. I understand it's extremely late right now. It is Sunday afternoon. Hopefully y'all got a good weekend and stuff. I just want to say quickly, apologies for no double upload today. I'm not quite sure how the upload schedule is going to look for the upcoming week as well. I've been basically, to give you guys an understanding of what's gone on today, I've been awake since about 8 a.m, which for you guys may not be that, I guess, early, but I actually went to bed quite late because I was up and doing video stuff and stuff for YouTube. And then I came on to like have a full day worth of editing, getting videos out and stuff like that. And basically what happened was my editing software kind of died. Now, I never invested in a proper editing software up until I kind of thought that this could go somewhere. You know, like I had like a channel in which I had more than 1,000 subs and it was worth actually investing in one. I never really did it. So I was still using like free softwares. And basically it died on me this morning. I spent ages trying to find a fix, couldn't do it. And then I was trying to find a good enough editing software that I could actually purchase. And to cut a long story short, basically it is now 6 o'clock in the afternoon. I have been up since that long and I am only just able to finish my first video off. So yeah, I apologize in advance. I'm not quite sure what today and tomorrow is going to look like. I'm hoping to have kind of, I guess, a video out each day for the week, but if that's not possible, I genuinely apologize. You guys are all awesome and you show me so much support, so hopefully you guys understand the situation that I was in today. I lost a lot of hours on this and I don't want to kind of dwell on it any more than I already have to. So in that case, hopefully you'll enjoy this video regardless. We've got a couple of interesting games for you. A semi-final second leg up against Lazio in the Coppa Nazionale. I actually didn't realize it was a two-leg thing. I thought we were through to the final after the first 3-0 victory. So pretty much, guys, it looks like we're already going through anyways. But yeah, after that, we also have a game against PSG in the Champions League quarterfinals. A repeat of the PSG final that we played last year after losing on penalties after a 1-1 draw over the 90 minutes. So that could be quite interesting, actually, because we have a chance to get redemption on them. So, I'm hoping as well the whole sound quality and everything's going to be okay for this video. As I mentioned to you guys, I am on a new editing software, so it's going to be quite, I guess it's going to be kind of one of them things where I've kind of got to get used to everything again. When you kind of go into an editing software, and I'm much of a novice as some of the people out there who are going into it first time, I'm very much a noob when it comes to this kind of stuff. It can be quite daunting to see all like the stuff you can do on an editing software, so I'm kind of getting used to it at the same time as trying to post you guys content out there. So hopefully as well, you guys will still enjoy this video and you understand where I'm coming from regarding the whole situation I'm in currently, and you won't be too frustrated with me for the lack of the upload coming up basically this week. So I understand as well, a lot of you guys will still support me in anything I do, and in that case, I always, well, like I said, you guys are absolutely immense. If you want to follow me on any of my socials, the links are in the description. I actually posted on there this morning about my situation that I was in at the time and about how I wasn't sure if the video was going to be out today, but we did manage to get one anyways, and we are going to give you one tonight before we do in fact end our weekend off. So as you can see, guys, we're going into that game here up against Lazio in the Coppa Nazionale. And as I said, it's going to be interesting. We're already 3-0 up in aggregate, so potentially we're basically through at this point. Unless we make a massive error here in this game, we were already going through to that final. I only played it because I thought to myself, if I sim it, you can guarantee that we'll end up going on to lose the game by quite a big margin. So I thought as though I had to pretty much play this one just to make sure that everything was in order and we would actually get the result that we were hoping for. Because if we didn't, could you imagine the scenes if we'd ended up not going through to the final after a 3-0 aggregate first leg win? That would be crazy. So we came into this one here, high spirits, high hopes that we were going to get ourselves through to that final and have another chance at some silverware before the end of the series. To let you guys know as well, potentially there's only 3 or 4 more videos of this career mode to come before the end of the series, and that is down to the fact that we are not, well, we're running out of games, basically. You guys asked me to not play any more Serie A games or Calcio A games because of the fact that we are not really interested and we've already wrapped up the title, which I completely understand. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the way it is. And I think I only played 2 games in tomorrow's, and one of them is a Serie A game. But I actually recorded that before I actually made the decision to stop playing them. So it's actually, I think, a really interesting game up against, I do believe, Sassuolo, possibly. But then we also have a game against Juventus as well, which I'm not sure if I played that one either. I could have done. I could be lying to you guys out there, but I'm pretty sure we haven't got too many games to go for the series. So potentially 2 or 3 more videos to come for you guys to feature eyes upon before we end this series off. But regardless, guys, we're going into this game here, taking on Lazio, as I said, in the semi-final of the Coppa Nazionale. And I was thinking to myself, like I said to you guys, as long as we can manage to get ourselves a victory here, I wasn't really too bothered about the way it would go. I mean, a 1-0 victory would be fine, even a draw would be fine, you know, 0-0. I just didn't want to lose the game. I wanted to keep momentum going with the fact that we had that PSG game to come in the later stages of today's episode. I thought as though we needed the momentum going into that one, and you can see a fantastic turn from Ousmane Dembele, who had a chance just before this, actually, to give us the lead. Unfortunately, he met the keeper with a decent save, and we went to the 41st minute at this point. when you've got the likes of Renato Sanchez on your team, he is capable of doing stuff like that. The 92 rated beast, Portuguese midfielder. He is an absolute monster in this game. If you haven't already got him, guys, I recommend you guys pick him up for your teams out there in career mode because he's an absolute monster. Like, seriously, some of the stuff he can do is crazy on and off the ball. So he gave us a well-deserved lead in this game here before we went into the half-time whistle. Honestly, we were controlling the game from minute one, much like we did in the first leg of this one. If you remember back to our game against them in the league, though, it ended 2-2 in that one after a very good performance from them. Ended up them getting back on level terms. But the first leg went our way. We controlled that one, and I played very well throughout. We did exactly the same thing here. I just looked to control the game, get into a position where I knew that I could actually create chances and not give away chances. And then I thought to myself, if we go into this sort of, game style, game play the same way against PSG later on, we'll have a very, very good time in that one. And Ousmane Dembele actually testing the keeper from range there. Very good strike from the Frenchman. Almost gave us another goal in that one. And 57 minutes into the game, Tolisso here gave the ball out wide to Vincenzini. He cuts back inside, gives it to Marcus Rashford. Rashford sees the pass into Ousmane Dembele. Dembele with a chance to curl one goal was good stop from the keeper. Tolisso's header is saved again, but then the rebound falls back to him and he manages to find the empty net. But it actually does go down as an own goal for the goalkeeper, unfortunately. Tolisso's strike was, in fact, going wide of that post, and so it means that the goalkeeper was credited with the own goal. So Tolisso won't get given the goal, but he'll celebrate it nonetheless and try and claim it. But as you can see from that angle, it was, in fact, going wide of that post. So it is what it is. I mean, it would have been nice for him to be able to get the goal, but it means that now we move in 5-0 on aggregate to that final. So whoever we meet in that final, they've got a very tough test on their hands, really, against us. So I'm very intrigued to see which way that one goes. And I'm also very intrigued as well to see which way we can actually get ourselves in terms of silverware. We've won the title. We could win the Copa Nacional and we could do the Champions League final. We'll be able to do the treble before we end the series off, which would be really, really cool to see. If we can do that, guys, that would be crazy. So there you go, a 2-0 victory in our first gameplay game of today's episode. And we got off to a good start, I guess. And we're looking to complete that, which it does look as if we may have Udinese in that final. I'm not sure if they played their second leg yet, but they were 3-1 up, definitely after the first one. That may have been the second leg after aggregate. So potentially Udinese in the final, and no disrespect to them, it's not the most tough team we're going to face. They're not even in the top 6 of the Calcio A right now, so we should be getting our hands on the Copa Nacional. I don't want to call it too quickly, but, potentially they're not really going to test us all that much. As you can see, Vincenzini going close to an 89 rated left midfielder now as well, so very nice growth coming out of him since his move over to us. I think he's Ribery's region in the end, so that's pretty good as well. And you can see we're actually simming this one against Empoli here. As I said to you guys, excuse me, we're already the title holders at the moment, and we've pretty much secured it already. Massive lead at the top of the table at the moment, so no matter what we do at this point now, we've got ourselves another league title. Gabriel Barbosa gave us the lead here 23 minutes in before Fosu Mensah gets 2 yellow cards in the space of 30 minutes and gets himself sent off. We did, in fact, manage to, I do believe, find a second goal through Kasper Dolberg in this one. Good play from him, and I do believe we're going to win this one by 2-0. So a convincing win, even though we were down to 10 men in the league. But you can say as well, like I mentioned to you guys, we're pretty much already secured at the top. So we should be winning those games. It's not something that's a bit surprising to us. And there we go, guys. We're moving in to the first leg of the quarterfinals of the Champions League as we do take on PSG for a carbon copy of that final that ended 1-1 over the 90 minutes. So this is going to be very tough, going to the Parc des Princes first. We took them on the group stage last year as well. We ended up beating them once and they beat us once. So we're very much evenly matched in terms of last season's results. This season though, guys, we want to make sure that we come out on top. We can't afford to have PSG beating us again because I refuse to let it happen. PSG were one of the teams that we could have gone to when we came over to Inter Milan. I snubbed them. We went to Inter Milan instead. And so now we have a duty to do. My team have a duty to me to win this game here and prove that me coming to Inter Milan was the correct decision. They already took one Champions League final off me. We're going to take the chance for them to get to the Champions League final off them this time around, hopefully. That's the aim. So you can see the two teams coming out here at the Parc des Princes as we look for a very, very interesting game. That's the other ties in this game so far. Monaco against Arsenal. Bordeaux are playing Barcelona. And I think City got Bayern Munich. So there's some interesting ties there in the quarterfinals and some interesting teams as well potentially going to get through if you see that in the next round, if we can get ourselves through this game here. And there is the PSG lineup. They've actually got Poulsen up front. If you remember back to the Leeds United days, Poulsen was at Norwich and was actually up there in the top scorers of the Prem. So he's a very, I guess, solid striker, solid choice as well up front. And there is our team on your screen. Vincenzini, Rashford, Dembele, And then a solid all-round team there as well. Gabriel Barbosa on the bench for us today. So I was looking forward to this. As I said to you guys, we've got a point to prove. And we come into the Park of Princes here. Not an easy place to come. And we are looking to pick ourselves up the result if we possibly can do that. But guys, the first chance, actually, of this game did go the way of PSG. 64 minutes on the clock. It took right until the second half. And it came in from a short corner. The cross comes into the area. Very well dealt with initially by Lou. And then I tried to get us on the attack very, very quickly. Gave the ball away cheaply. And Serge Aurier with a header goalwards is pushed just over the top by Lou. Otherwise, that was 1-0 to PSG. And that could have been really, really bad for us. But we then got ourselves a chance. 68 minutes on the clock here. Renato Sanchez pulling the strings in the midfield again. Gave it off to Hakan. Hakan running through on goal. Sees the run of Marcus Rashford. The Englishman turns at the defender brilliantly in the area here. Marquinhos stood no chance against him. And the former Manchester United man has a very composed finish at the end of it as well, even though the tackle was coming in from Serge Aurier. So we took the lead here, Parc des Princes. We've obviously got the 1-0 aggregate lead as well. So potentially, guys, we do have that away goal for, well, not potentially, we have got the away goal for the next leg. But can we hold on to the 1-0 victory is the question. If we can hold on here, get a 1-0 win, it means we can come back to the San Siro and we don't have to win the game. We can draw it, or we can, well, we can't lose it. We can only draw the game and we're still through. So potentially, guys, this could be a vital away goal. I always like to have an away goal coming back to my home leg. I say that all the time to you guys. So that could be very, very important there. And that was the way the game ended, guys. So at the Parc des Princes, we would take away the away goal and we would also come away with the victory in a very, very cagey game there. So we came away with a victory. Very happy with that one, guys. As I say, the away goals are very important. If you've enjoyed this episode, I appreciate your like rating, guys. As always, thank you for your continued support on the channel. And again, hopefully you guys understand my situation I was in and the reason for me not uploading as much as I would have liked to today. I spent a long time trying to fix this, and so it's kind of frustrating me because I've lost most of my day. But regardless, guys, that's it from me. Hope you've enjoyed, and I will catch you all with another video, hopefully tomorrow at 4 PM. Don't miss it. Adios.